guys, this is Alana Terry. I hope that everybody is having a fabulous day and that your word count is soaring and your creativity is leaving you motivated and inspired. So, I want to address a question that, no exaggeration, I was asked like 3 times in the course of 2 different days. And that is, should I market book one when book two hasn't come out yet? Or another way of saying that is, when should I start marketing book one in a series? So the answer is going to depend on a couple different factors. So I cannot tell you exactly what to do and why you're going to do it that way, but I can tell you for sure some of the questions that you should ask yourself so that you can more thoroughly know that answer for yourself. So a big question is, how long is it going to be between now and when book two is ready? If we're talking about like book two's getting the final edits and it's going to be up in a couple weeks, I don't see any reason to delay marketing, right? I mean, you could for sure, and we'll talk about reasons why you could, but I would say like you don't have to delay marketing if book two's coming right around the corner. If book two's going to be like 3 or 4 months, or especially the longer beyond that it's going to take for book two to come out, then it might make more sense to hold off and wait. But that brings me to kind of part two of this question, which is, do you have a bigger goal of getting money, or do you have a bigger goal of getting more readers and more exposure? Because how you answer that question is definitely going to shape when you decide to start marketing. If your biggest goal is just to get more readers and kind of kickstart your series with a lot of readers, a lot of feedback, a higher rank, and I think marketing book one can be really, really useful. One reason why I prefer to release book one instead of like waiting until I've got 3 or 4 books in the series is I actually like the feedback that I get from readers after they've read book one. My book twos in most of my series would look different if it weren't for feedback that I got from readers about book one. So that's another thing. Is your series dynamic? Are you planning on taking input and kind of shaping the series that way? Or do you know exactly what you're going to write and you just want to write it? If you like getting that feedback, then that would be another reason to maybe go ahead and get some eyes on book one. Maybe that's from a review team, or maybe that is through paid ads, but that feedback can be really helpful. So that's another question. If your desire is just to get your money back, I can tell you for sure that's easier to do when you've got more books in a series, right? So if it's more about you just don't want to lose money, then I would say, yeah, it might make more sense to wait until you've got a couple more books, because that way people can go as soon as they're done with book one, buy book two, and so on. So again, there's not a hard and fast rule, but those are the questions that I would encourage you to ask yourself, and then you can make an informed decision for yourself on that.